wrestle with is the question of how to live. We're living in a day and age where students have available information. They have information available. They have a lot of information to work with. But how many students really understand what it means to live a life that makes sense? My name is Amos Tarfa, and this is Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa, my YouTube channel that is focused on Christian living, Christian apologetics, and practical Christian living. How we live lives that make sense, especially in the age of AI. Tonight or this evening, I want to leave us with a few things to think about. You know, I was talking to some people yesterday after fellowship, and one of the things that came up was that we are living in a day and time where so many people have information available to them, and so many tools to make life easy, that we might be raising a generation that doesn't know what it means to toil and face serious hardship. There are different types of challenges I understand they could face, but here's what I mean about some of the hardships. Can you imagine the days when they used to, well, first of all, trying to come across the Atlantic in ships, right? Can you imagine the days where you had to go and someone talked about whaling, where they had to kill whales and try to, get them ready to eat. It was so hard in certain places for people to get the food that they needed, right? And now we can go to a grocery store. We can order things online. They can show up at our house almost the same day now. But what about learning to live a life that makes sense? A life of gratitude and a life that is focused on what actually matters. I want to speak to the situation, especially in America, for example. Are we grateful for what we have? Are we living lives that make sense? Or are we complaining about this very land that has so much that has blessed many people? I think that learning to live should become a mandatory class for everybody, right? We need to have our schools and our communities talk more about how to live. And of course, it goes back to the parents. The role of the parents cannot be overestimated. We need parents to teach their children how to live. So join me on this channel. I'll do a few different studies over the next few months. Let me know if you have a specific topic you want us to cover. We're going to do some Christian apologetics. We're going to do some science and faith discussions. We're also going to do discussions around the book of Ecclesiastes and lessons from the epistles in the Bible. I look forward to sharing more with you on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. And let us all really think more about what it means to live lives that make sense. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 is a key passage in the Bible that talks about when you've entered the land that God, when God was talking to the children of Israel, when you've entered the land and you eat and you're full, don't forget me. In a similar manner, let's ask ourselves, can abundance become a problem? Can it become an idol? And I think the answer is yes. We need to be careful with what we do with abundance and make sure that we keep our eyes on the one who created us, right? The one who created us has given us the things we have, and we need to give him thanks. So thanks for watching this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be doing more of these live streams from time to time. Have a blessed evening.